Hey guys, I wanted to do a video about flashing versus hot swapping and the differences and which one you should go for. So let's get started. So first of all, hot swapping. By that I don't mean hot swapping your actual Xbox and accessing the drive. I mean hot swapping as the ability to play a modded game or installing a disk and hot swapping the disk while you're installing it, which opens you up to the ability of modding games like Grand Theft Auto and Call of Duty. Um, Pretty much what it is you have your actual legitimate copy of your disc. Let's use World at War for an example. So you have World at War that you bought, and then you have a ISO disc that another copy of World at War has been burnt on, plus like a patch for a mod menu, like let's just use example motion flex. So you have motion flex, or it could be physics and flex or anything, burnt onto that ISO disk. And then what you do is while you're right before it's pretty much right before, so right before the real copy of World at War installs, you hot swap, so you take out the disk while it's spinning and swap it with that burnt copy of the disk, which allows you to install the burned disk. You can't just put it in your Xbox and start your Xbox too, because it will read it as a DVD. You have to hot swap it after you've clicked on the game. Some people do it before you choose hard drive or choose your memory unit. Some people do it at 1%. I do it before you choose your memory unit because that's the best way to do it for the Xbox 360 Slims. For the old fat Xboxes, you would have the ability to do it at the dashboard before you click play game, like right before, and you could go as slow as you want. But on the Slims, you have to go very quick. And that's pretty much hot swapping. It allows you to mod games, but you have to have the real copies, so you can't just play unlimited burn games. It's pretty much only used for modding. Now flashing, as I'm talking about flashing your disk drive, is pretty much running a custom firmware on your DVD drive or your disk drive. And this allows you to burn games and throw them in your disk drive and then play any burn games you want without having the real copy. So you can burn any games. So examples like Fallout, Dishonored, Call of Duty, Halo, Gears of War, Need for Speed, literally any game. Red Dead Redemption, any game. You can burn it on the disc and just put it in your Xbox, even when it's already put together, and just click play, and it will play it as a game disc. But with flashing, it requires you to do some soldering because you have to install. You can install PVC, which is what I do. But there are different methods. You can get some custom chips, but you have to solder them in and everything. It's a little bit of work, and that's why some people choose not to do it. And also, you can't actually get banned from flashing your disk drive because the disk drive isn't directly connected with your Xbox. So Microsoft can't detect if a disk drive is flashed or not, or if it's running a custom firmware. But they can detect if you run a game with files, extra files, or modified files in it that aren't stealth patched, and that's how you can get banned. So you have to make sure you stealth patch, make sure you have the real copies of the game that you've torrented or something from a person that you trust on your disk, and make sure to stealth patch it. I usually do it twice. You can do it once, but if you don't do that, you're almost guaranteed to get a ban very quickly, and it'll most likely be a console ban. So again, custom firmware on the drive, which pretty much changes the whole drive and lets you run anything you want. The pros of flashing is that, again, unlimited games that you can just burn onto discs, and you don't have to pay the crazy $60 fees for games. And also, you can also run ISOs through, so you can mod too without hot swapping. So that's a pro. And the cons are that you can get banned without stealth patching. You can get banned very easily, so there is always a chance of getting banned. Even with stealth patching, there's still a slight chance of getting banned, but it's not very high. And another con is that it's a lot of work. You can damage your disk drive, possibly break it beyond repair. It voids your warranty, of course. Once you take apart your Xbox at all, it voids your warranty. Another con is that you have to take apart your Xbox. But hot swapping requires that too. So hot swapping, the pros are that not as much work as flashing. You know, you just have to take apart your Xbox and you can hot swap within 5 minutes, install the game, and you're done. Another pro is that you can't get banned unless people report you. They cannot detect modded files when you install a game to a hard drive and then run it off of the legitimate copy because it skips the checking process. So you can't get banned unless people report you for having modded lobbies and stuff. Another pro is probably it's safer. You can still damage your disk drive, but it's not as likely, and it's probably easier to do than flashing. Some cons are that you can't actually burn discs and just play those. You have to have the legitimate copies, and you always have to keep the legitimate copies. You can't just borrow a real copy. So there's no point for just burning games and installing them. Another con is that you have to take apart your Xbox, of course, which is a lot of work and it voids your warranty. And of course you have to take apart your disk drive, which again is dangerous because the laser too, it can get damaged. But what I recommend is flashing because if you flash, you know, you have a lot more opportunities. You can all your games for free, no more paying crazy prices and getting ripped off for games. But if you just want to mod World at War, Grand Theft Auto, or Modern Warfare 2, or anything like that, then I recommend hot swapping just because if you want to just mod. But if you want to mod a lot, then I recommend just either keeping your Xbox open and then hot swapping a lot, or just easier just flashing once and getting it over with. You can also order flashed Xboxes pretty easily. So yeah, that's the video for today. Once I get more information on RGHing and JTagging, I'll do a versus video on that. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.